copper sulfate crystals. I buy these in big bags. I go to the elevator where farmers go for their fertilizer. That's where you're going to find this type of thing. If you get a big bag like this, it's pretty affordable. It goes a long way. So I'm going to put a couple cups of copper sulfate. I'm going to do a treatment so that I can get the roots, the tree roots, out of my French drain system. I got a bag of copper sulfate crystals here. I buy a big bag from the elevator. I'll show you guys how we go ahead and put this in our French drain system to keep out the roots. All right, we have this really nice maple tree right here. I don't want to cut it down. This is a drain system that's on my property, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to keep that tree from rooting into my French drain system. Got 2 cups of copper sulfate in here, probably a few gallons of water. Mixes it up real easy, it's hassle-free. So I have a 6-inch grate here. These, you just take a narrow flathead screwdriver, you literally just go ahead and pop the lid. This is a grate because I'm collecting surface water. This is a pothole in my yard. But if I was building this just for this treatment, I just have a solid cover on here if I didn't need it for collecting surface water. The basin already had a little bit of debris in there. No big deal. It's doing its job. But I want to pour this copper sulfate solution in every catch basin. The reason why I want several gallons is my catch basins are going to hold a gallon by themselves. Yeah, they have holes drilled in them. It'll slowly leach into the subsoil. But I want to be able to pour enough in to where we actually get some that starts down the trench. So this is how I'm going to keep tree roots out of my system. And I want to speed load this . All right, so I just overwhelmed the system basically with some copper sulfate. We're going to do this to each catch basin that's near this big tree. Now, there's no screws to this, and that was by design. I hated screws. They get lost in the leaves, they get lost in the grass. I spent a lifetime dealing with that. So everything we made is just a pressed fit. You can just literally just step on it, that's it. So now we just got to go mix up another batch for the next catch basin. Here, copper sulfate. Buy it in bulk. Buy it in bulk. It doesn't sting nearly as much. Any elevator where you can buy grass seed, where farmers go to buy their fertilizer. Inexpensive big funnel on Amazon. Even these 5.5 gallon fuel tanks for racing, they're inexpensive on Amazon. So about 2 cups of the copper sulfate crystals. The copper sulfate, this is going to push the roots away. The tree roots absolutely hate this. The more often you do this treatment, the better off your system will be if your French drain is near a big tree. This is a requirement. There's no really getting around this. Otherwise, the tree is going to fill your French drain over time. So I probably got, I don't know, a few gallons, maybe, yeah, 4 gallons it's showing. It's a 5.5 gallon can. We'll go fill another catch basin with some copper sulfate. However big their canopy is, that's how far out their roots are going to go, always. So again, just a small slot-headed screwdriver. Super easy. to pick up the 6-inch grate, pull it out. And again, I like to speed load this. Like, I like to try to overwhelm the catch basin and the system because I want this solution to work its way down the French drain. I don't do this if there's a big rain coming up. I don't do that. I want this to hang around. I actually wait till it's more of a drought season and you have, you know, smaller, lighter rains to work the solution through the system. Try not to do the treatment when you know you have big storms coming up because it's kind of pointless. It's just going to dilute it and wash it away. But everybody has a drought season. I highly recommend this during the drought season or during the times of the year where you just have light rains. So about 2 cups. A big funnel with no screen. Again, just copper sulfate crystals. They dissolve real easy in water. Couple cups. So this is a really good idea if you're a contractor. You got a maintenance truck on the ground. You got 2 men in a maintenance truck taking care of your homeowners, all the jobs you install. Add this to your service because a lot of homeowners don't want to be bothered with this. And it's super easy to do. On Amazon, these 5.5 gallon, you know, speed fuel tanks, you can buy 3 of them at a very reasonable rate. A 3-pack. These will mix the copper sulfate really well for you. I've never had a problem with this. All right, we'll go do another one, another catch basin. All right, a little bonus footage. Everybody wants to know, do I take the whole cover off or can I just take a screwdriver, pop the center out? And the answer is yes. That's how this was designed. I like a big flat-headed screwdriver for our 4-inch plate, and you have to use a small narrow one for our 6-inch plate. Well, this catch basin's doing its job. We already got a lot of shingle gravel that would have ended up in the dry well. And by the way, it's dry. There's no water, no standing water in it. But we drilled some little holes in the bottom. And this is the catch basin right before my dry well. Now this is the exact same as a 6-inch where it's a press fit. Literally, you can just take your foot, just go ahead, press it back in, done. And again, when you're gonna clean this, take a big slot-headed screwdriver, just turn it, that's it. No screws. Screws get lost. Screws are a pain, trust me. Spent a lifetime dealing with them. Screws suck. So that's why all of our stuff's a press fit. Super easy. Nothing to maintain in it. You can stick a shop vac in there to suck that stuff out if you don't want to put your hand in there. 4 gallons is about perfect. Copper sulfate crystals dissolve in water without much effort. You have it in a can like this, 4 gallons of water in a 5.5 gallon speed fuel can. We got 6-inch grates, so I'm taking a really narrow slot-headed screwdriver so I can pop the grates. It's probably 60 feet away. I will treat up to 75 feet away. I will keep treating the system. Now, if you're not collecting surface water and you just have trees, put in our 4-way connect catch basin with the solid cover. You don't need the grate. It's a pretty new system, so there's not a lot in the catch basins. So you want to just unscrew the vent. We shook it up pretty good. Take the top off. We want to just speed load it. We want to overwhelm it. So pretty much go as fast as it'll possibly come out. Overwhelm the system because we want that to make its way down the French drain. All right. Now when you put your 4-inch or 6-inch grate back on, or solid cover, that's all you got to do is just step on it. So this is how you keep roots out of your French drain system. Just do a copper sulfate treatment every 3 months. This will also kill all the mosquito larvae in your yard drain system. All right, so everything that you guys seen in this video, this was that VP Racing 5.5 gallon speed fueling can, you know, the copper sulfate crystals, and then the basins that you've seen both by the dry well and in the yard drain French drain were on a 4-way connect catch basin. So I absolutely love these. If you do a quad pack French drain by trees, put these on with a solid cover just to do your copper sulfate treatments. All right, everybody, if you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. It supports the channel. If you have any videos that you want me to make, leave it in the comment section. I'm your host, Robert Sherwood, and until the next video.